I feel good. I feel like we feel proud of what it's like, you know, what we made, and we haven't got bored of it yet. I think we're quite restless. I think we feel like we want to move on now, and we want to start writing new material and put more material out.
Anytime soon?
I don't know. It's difficult to predict, really. We have a lot of material like floating around, half finished, unfinished, to be completed, but it's impossible to tell. It's not really in our control. I feel ready to go home. Like, to be honest, I feel like ready to go home and settle and allow myself to enter the flow of like a more regular rhythm of life again for a while, and experience things on a more day-to-day level. There's something about touring that can become you start to feel very sidelined from what I perceive to be as sort of the mass flow of life. I start to feel ostracized in some ways, so I think it's important for us to go back and not to hurry or force ourselves into writing something out of an industrial pressure. I think we should go back and see our loved ones and live life again for a bit and just do things that aren't related to the band, and then we'll have more of an appetite for it.
Yes, go back to your lives so you can get some inspiration and things to write about.
We hadn't really thought about it. I don't know. It hasn't felt. In many ways, it's felt easier and less grueling than the first time round with Antidotes. Antidotes, I felt like we toured it really hard, and there was much more of a feeling then that we were kind of like flogging it and we kind of should move on. But with this, I mean, I don't feel. We feel, you know, as I said, like we feel good about what's happened. I don't feel like it's gone totally stratospheric to the point where we don't know who we are anymore, or what we're doing, or our lifestyles have changed. We still feel like the same people. It wasn't really to do with me though. I think those bands would have done well anyway. Really, there's a guy called Andrew Mears who's the kind of, I guess, if there is to be an architect of that scene, it would be him. I just shot my mouth off a bit about it, that's all. I just blabbered about it. But it's only because, you know, I'm just a fan of those bands, so, and I'm friends with some of them, so. But I think it's an exciting time to be in Oxford, which is partly why I'm excited to go home. It's like, it feels fresh and fertile, and there's a lot of good spirit in the city at the moment, artistically. And it's spring now as well, so Oxford is, you know, improves massively when the weather gets better. Blessing Falls?
Yeah, I suppose that it's like a group of friends.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is.
It's not like a club member.
Well, there's a certain cultish element to it. I mean, there's a certain code of conduct. And Andrew Mears drew up a list of sort of maxims, like almost rules of engagement, but it's largely to do with how to engage with the industry and how to conduct yourself. And a lot of those rules have just come about from how we behaved anyway as people. So it's more just the group of friends has preceded the fact that it's called Blessing Falls. I mean, I grew up with Chad Valley and the drummer and Trophy wife I went to primary school with. We've all been friends, but it's just that something's become a bit more organised and a bit more inspired recently. And I think that a lot of it is actually getting rid of. I was saying to somebody recently that we grew up definitely with a sort of DIY. We grew up with a DIY ethic. We used to book our own tours. We'd rent little vans. We'd just travel around England playing shows to nobody. And something that came with that was like a punk guilt. And I think that we've got to that age now where we feel more comfortable about who we are and the way that we want to make. I don't even know why I'm putting myself into it, but I definitely feel like a lot of those people that we're talking about feel at ease with themselves and feel at ease with making music that they feel isn't in honour of something previous to it. So I think that's why it seems like it's coming together right now. It's actually always kind of been there in a way. I think it'll be better tonight. I think it'll be better. I mean, I really enjoyed the show at the festival. I thought it was...
Did you expect all those
No,
people?
no, not at all. I was actually overwhelmed by that. And because I think I said to you last time, but like we had no idea that like if anyone even knew us here, and the amount of people was overwhelming, and the energy from those people as well again was like special. But I definitely prefer playing our own shows. We like being able to play for longer and not having to. Sometimes festivals you don't have enough time, and there can be things like that where you're like hurrying around trying to find a keyboard. So I think tonight's going to be great, and I feel like we're actually playing better as a band at the moment. I think we've played some of the best shows we've ever played recently in America in terms of our playing. We're playing. We're on our A game at the moment, so I think it'll be fun. I'm listening to the new Wild Beast record, Smother. I just got that the other day, and I'm listening to a lot of early '90s dance, like UK dance music, like jungle stuff, Future Sound of London, Orbital, stuff that might sound a bit dated, but I'm kind of enjoying it. And the new Friendly Fires record, I like. Some Brian Jonestown Massacre, some Greek music. And yeah, I don't know, I can't remember.